Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for the earth signs for the upcoming lunar eclipse. Now, lunar eclipses are a time of deep transformations. As I cut the deck, we see the devil and the sun. So the devil is definitely Capricorn, and the sun is a good message for our earth signs right now. Hopefully things are going to be warm and bright and prosperous and sustainable in the future. Okay, let's see. What messages do we have for earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus for the lunar eclipse coming up on May the 26th? Okay, Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a time where we need some healing. Lunar eclipses are a time of deep transformations and things coming to the surface. So seeing the Four of Swords here is no big surprise. Lots of things to release, lots of things to heal from, because we are coming into deep transformation. We see the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So earth signs can expect to go through a phase coming up on May 26th for this lunar eclipse where they may feel like they want to withdraw in order to explore the truths that they are coming to realize right now. So what is challenging these truths from coming to the surface for our earth signs right now? What is the predominant challenge for them to go into this healing mode where, oh, that's too many cards, where they are exploring the healing. Okay, so we see the Ace of Rods, and it sort of popped up looking like it wanted to be in reverse, but it did not. So an Ace of Rods in reverse is very interesting. I always think of this as quite a phallic card. So an Ace of Rods is really a time where it's like the initiation of some creative passion. So there may be a time right now for you earth signs where in the midst of needing to heal, you are becoming very inspired, to say the least. And you're starting to have some very passionate, spiritual, and creative initiations. And those are excellent, but they are sort of holding back the healing that you may need to do. So you might want to try and manage this simultaneously, maybe staying in solitude to be, doing the inner work you need to do, but at the same time to really start thinking about this new initiating sort of feeling you have to put something creative out into the world. It's coming. It's very auspicious, this Ace, and it is challenging you to almost do the healing you need to do. I suspect Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus that you're almost feeling excited. When I see this, I think of excitement. And so if you're feeling really excited about what's to come, you may be almost having this sense of like, when you're a kid and you're going to go to the carnival the next day, how you can't sleep because you're so excited about what's happening because it's new and unfamiliar and you're so excited about going that you might not get enough rest. Exactly, right? So you're so excited about what's going on in the future and all these energies that you're feeling that you might not be getting the rest you need. You might be neglecting some of the nurturing that you need to give to yourself so that you can heal from whatever cycle you've just come out of. We've been seeing in the readings for May that the earth signs most of the signs have had a very transformative month. And so it looks like your transformation, earth signs, is going to ramp up. So you're going to need to close out that healing before this beautiful Ace of Wand energy comes into your timeline. Very exciting, though. Okay, so what's top of mind for my earth signs right now? What's top of mind? Thank you. We got too many here, but let's see. Okay, top of mind right now makes sense that the three cards that just fell out came all at once. We've got Judgment. We've got the reversal of identity and the reversal of solid identity and solid knowing of sense of security, sense of permanency. It's flipped upside down. And you may be starting to pinch your pennies a little bit, earth signs. You might be starting to worry about money a bit. You might be starting to worry that this changing you needs to have a reliable path of resources in order to continue and to start this. So right now you're sort of wondering, oh boy, okay, that last chapter just closed out, and now I'm starting this new awesome thing that I have been dreaming of, or have always wanted to do, or feel very inspired and led to, guided potentially to do. But how am I going to provide for myself? How am I going to maybe provide for others? What do I think of myself in light of making these transformations? You're weighing things out. You've got the Judgment card and then the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles reversed. So Ten of Pentacles reversed suggests that you're starting a brand new cycle and you're sort of flipped upside down, right? Like you've completed a cycle, you're going to start a new one, and your footing feels a little bit like, I'm not enough, I don't have enough, oh my goodness, how am I going to make this happen financially or through resource allocation, time allocation, juggling. You're doing a bit of juggling here mentally to try and figure out the how. And interesting is that you don't really need to figure out the how. Sort of thinking about the how can sometimes become a very big distraction to what you actually want to do. Focus on this. Universe will take care of the how. You just focus on the what, earth signs. Now, what is the bottom line here for, that flew out to the floor. The bottom line has been the Chariot for you in a lot of readings, earth signs. So the Chariot is Cancer energy, and it really suggests a time where you're choosing your path forward, you're balancing things out, you're taking care of things in a way that suggests mastery. Okay, it's a 7. The Chariot is the 7. So 7s are always a time where you're coming into some sort of evolution that requires a new sort of you. Like, in the 7 of cups, for example, we see the need to choose from many options. Okay, you see 7 cups in the card, and there's a figure having to choose. In the 7 of Pentacles, you see a very difficult decision of, should I keep going or should I switch tracks? The 7 of Swords brings up a time where you have to choose between being false and authentic. 7 of Wands brings up a time where you have to be ambitious, but you also have to understand the struggles and the competition that could be surrounding you, right? Like it's like dealing with choosing to just keep going despite what the public says and does around you. So it's all about making decisions after you've had time to study the matter. And so when you get to the Chariot, that really tells me a lot about this chapter you're closing out with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, in the sense that this is flipped upside down. So this change in your security is causing a challenge for you. You're feeling challenged to accept this or to sort of go with the flow. Maybe you're feeling a little anxious about it. So the Chariot really says to me in this situation, is like, who are you going to let drive? Are you going to let fear drive, or are you going to let love drive? Are you going to believe in yourself and go for it or not? Which is a lot of the 7 mentality in tarot. To me, the number 7 is always a time where it's like you versus you, but it's almost like old you versus new you. And it's kind of like, well, who's going to drive? Which, these horses are going in opposite directions. So it's up to you as the Chariot driver to sort of understand how to balance the needs of the masculine and feminine energies, which are represented by the horses in this image. So that not only are you producing, right? You're producing, and you're creating, but you're also able to choose, right? You know, in the 7 of Cups, it's a tough card for people sometimes, because that means you're not choosing 6 cups. If you only, right? And so it depends on what you focus on. Are you focus on what you're choosing, or are you focusing on what you're leaving behind? So lots of interesting things to consider, to see the Chariot at sort of the driver of this present timeline for you earth signs during this lunar eclipse, which tells me you really are transforming. I mean, lunar eclipses are a time of transformation, and your reading here seems to indicate that yes, you will be transforming, but are you going to be in your head about it? Right? Or are you going to stay spiritual? Are you going to be trying to figure out the hows, or are you going to trust and just focus on the inspiration and the creativity? Interesting. Okay, so let's see. What are some past influences? Ooh, the whole deck is going to flip over here. What are some past influences for the earth signs for this timeline? For the lunar eclipse, May 26, earth signs, sun, moon, and rising, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. What are the past influences here? Thank you. Hanged Man. Okay, so in the past, it's Hanged Man in reverse. So in the past, you've had a hard time accepting change. You've had a hard time accepting sacrifice. You've tried to figure out the why a lot. And really, instead of sort of understanding, I've got to go with the flow, I'm being divinely guided, rejection is redirection, sacrifice is necessary sometimes to make space. This is a challenging concept for you in the past. Okay, in the past, earth signs, you've struggled with this. So that could account for some of this present anxiety that you might be feeling, right? So what are the immediate future influences here for earth signs with respect to their transformation? And this Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so future influences, we see the Ace of Cups in reverse. So for immediate future influences coming out of this transformative lunar eclipse, earth signs, your mind is not on romance, relationship, a partner. No. If you're not already in a relationship, you're certainly not looking to get into one. And if you are in a relationship with a significant other, that's not the priority at this time. Either that relationship is just fine the way it is, or you're not in one, because it's not the focus right now. I mean, if you're in a relationship and it happens to be the focus, that could indicate a transformation in your relationship. What I'm seeing here with this Ace of Cups in reverse, it tells me that in the immediate future, you're going to receive an offer and you're going to say no thanks. Which really goes with Capricorn's readings lately, my goodness. But for the other earth signs, you know what? Whatever's coming to you in sense of emotional offer, you're not open right now. You're really focusing on yourself and this Ace of Rods. Right now, earth signs, your big focus is getting this manifested and getting this put out into the world. You're not really thinking about opening your cup to anybody right now. You're thinking about you. You're focused on you, and good for you. You're really focused on yourself. And, you know, as a result, it's interesting. You have an Ace of Rods in the upright and an Ace of Cups in the reverse, which tells you where your focus is. Your focus is on doing something spiritual, soulful, passionate, creative, inspired. You are not really in the mood to do that with someone right now. I think, earth sign, you're going to get your relationship later if you want it. All your readings have been indicating that you're not interested right now, that you really are focusing, thank you, on what's going on with you and you. Now, as I'm talking about you and you, the Page of Pentacles appears to suggest in reverse. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse suggests that you're not being particularly gentle with yourself. That maybe you do need to flip this cup upside down a little bit, like to be upright, because you're not really being gentle. You're like we saw here, you're being, it's like you're up all night working on this Ace of Rods instead of resting and reflecting on what you've been through and what you're letting go, what you're going to be letting go of. Okay, so earth signs, we need to focus more on healing. Creativity is coming. You are very creative already, but you're in your head quite a bit and your heart's closed. Your heart is closed right now, and my nose is getting stuffy all of a sudden, and all the cards want to come out. Okay, so what is the inner dialogue right now for my earth signs? What are they saying to themselves? What is the inner dialogue other than judgment, fear, and feeling insecure and that maybe the resources aren't enough? Thank you. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is exactly all of those things. So a Queen of Pentacles upright would suggest that you are really working with self-sufficiency and enrichment of your own life. You're really taking care of yourself in terms of your physical body. You're happy, you feel pleasure, you feel enriched and self-sufficient, right? Which is challenged right now because it's in the reverse. So that makes sense with the cards, the 3 cards we got for what's top of mind for my earth signs right now is judgment, there's not enough, and oh my goodness, everything that I've built up until now is being flipped upside down. Yes, I'm a Capricorn sun, so I am feeling this very much as well. So this is resonating big time. So I hope it's resonating for you. If it's not, don't force it. Let's see what's going on externally. Externally, this is funny. Externally, you're the Queen of Swords in reverse. Everything's in reverse here. That's because it's a challenging time. We're pre-transformation, so it's tricky. So a Queen of Swords in reverse, my friends, would suggest that you're having a difficult time having those strong ideals and sort of having boundaries with convictions, like really holding your beliefs first, almost to the point where it's like you're immovable, you're unswayable. Your conviction is high, as are your ideals, and you're almost aloof about it. It is what it is, you know? The Queen of Swords doesn't sacrifice. She doesn't feel obligated, and she does her. Like, she's really about... She respects herself and her boundaries, right? Like, if someone is questioning her ideals or disrespecting her in any way, she's not participating in that dynamic. Like, she's not going to be like, well, that's a friend I've had for years. No, she will not tolerate that. She's immovable, unswayable. I love both of those words to describe her. So that's how, but this is challenged. This is in the reverse. So the manifestation of you, Earth sign, in the outer world is that you're having a hard time setting boundaries. You're having a hard time sort of, you know what I think it is? It's likely that you've changed, but the people around you haven't gotten sort of used to the new you yet, right? We saw that there's a new you. You have a 10 of Pentacles in reverse and a 4 of Swords where you're healing from that, right? So that really suggests that the people around you right now, they don't understand who this new version of you is. So they see you as the Queen of Swords in reverse. You see yourself as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because all you're worried about is self-sufficiency and how you're going to, you know, experience your life on earth. And it's challenged because you're not sure how that picture's going to come out yet. But other people see this part of you and they're like, man, you know, she's not sure of herself, or he's not sure of himself anymore. And that's not the case. But that's definitely how people are maybe interpreting this. So you may be getting a lot of like, how's it going texts, or you might be getting, hey buddy, emails. Everything okay over there? I mean, this happened. So maybe there was something in the external world that pushed this, like a job change or a job loss or an income change, right? So you're sort of getting those, hey champ, sort of phone calls, death card on the bottom. Yeah, because everything has changed. And so it's going to take the external world some time to catch up with the new you. Don't worry about that too much. Now, what are my earth signs worrying about and wishing for? Worrying and wishing for my earth signs. What are earth signs worrying and wishing for? 2 cards. The wish card in reverse. Oh, earth signs, you don't think this is going to happen. You're worried it's not, you're like, oh my God, what if it doesn't happen? I've put everything in this. This is my big wish. And you're so worried it's not going to happen. But look, there's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups upright and the 9 of Cups in reverse. This tells me what you're worried about. and that you're worried about your wish. This is the wish card and it's in reverse. So that says to me that you are worried you're not going to get your wish. But then we see the Knight of Cups, as if Spirit is trying to show you that you just need to open your heart, right? Typically this could be a marriage proposal card. So, you know, we did see this Ace of Cups in reverse as an offer. Maybe it is an offer. Like, this is the intention of an offer and you're not into the intention at all, but maybe the offer's coming and you're worried about that because you don't want to lose your wish. Honestly, you guys, the earth signs, especially Capricorn, are going to be getting an offer from someone in the past. That showed up in their reading big time. If you're listening to this and you're a Capricorn, you know what I'm talking about. And Virgo, I believe, was also needing to focus on themselves. And the Taurus, yeah, all of the earth signs, my goodness. So you're really worried that if you get involved with whoever this is, okay, that everything that you're wishing for isn't going to happen. So there is an element of a love relationship here. There is an element of something you're worried about on an emotional level that could come back, maybe. Knight of Cups would suggest that we're dealing with a Pisces. Okay, so it could be a Pisces. Nine of Cups suggests that it's a Gemini. So, you know, Queen of Swords, that's all you. I'm just trying to see what other sign it could be. I think it's going to be an air sign or a water sign coming back. And you're worried that, you know what, if you accept their offer, that your stuff isn't going to happen, right? 21:21 on the clock as I say that. Interesting. So you're really afraid of opening that cup up again, this cup. You're worried that if you open this cup, if you flip it upside down and leave it open again, you're going to need to heal again, which is true. I mean, you know, at the end of every cycle, we really need to heal, and nothing really lasts forever without changing. As I say that, we see the Ten of Swords and the Moon in reverse. So something's hidden from you, my earth signs, and it could become revealed, and it could become a situation that goes from being unfamiliar to very familiar, and it could close out yet another mental shift for you. Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords suggests that whatever it was that you thought was going to happen is happening. I don't think you want this person to come back. I'm telling you, all of these cards, you guys, I'll pull out the little statues in a second, but these cards all tell me that there's an offer coming. There's an intention. Someone's already vibing about you. Someone's already thinking about contacting you. You are not really sure what to do with that because you think that if they come back, this is all going to go upside down and bad again. That this wish card is going to be your worst nightmare again, because this has happened already once. Now, I see that in the future, this person is actually going to fulfill this offer because, you know, we see my nose is all stuffed up out of nowhere. Ace of Cups in reverse suggests that you're worried about an impending offer. A Knight of Cups upright suggests the offer comes, okay? The offer comes. It's going to turn things interesting for you because I think you're going to find some stuff out that you didn't know. Moon card in reverse. There's going to be some hidden stuff that comes to the surface and it's going to challenge you. It's going to unnerve you again. You're going to feel a little emotional about it because it's sensitive still. You may be healed from this, but it's almost like this is the end of the story. You know, I always think of sometimes these love relationships. It's like, how does this movie end? How does this movie end? This movie is going to end. And it's interesting. You know, if you've been following the readings, it's been cooking since April, March actually. And so the earth signs, something's coming back from the past, and it feels like a test to see if you're healed from it. If it was your greatest wish for this to come back, then it's coming. but it's upside down. It's going to not be what you think it is. Okay? You don't know everything. Not all that glitters is gold. That's what I always think when I see the moon in reverse, is that something's hidden from you that you think is like your ultimate wish, but man, it's not. It's not. It's gonna lay you back down on the ground again. I'm worried for my earth signs. Okay, so can we get an oracle card here for the earth signs? This is a transformation, you guys. This lunar eclipse is very transformative. I think you have a choice here. I think you have a choice between these two. I think you can either go for the new offer, sorry, this card, the Knight of Cups, or you stay focused on your Ace of Rods. It's one or the other. I really think you can't have both. And I think that that's where we get the the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Moon in reverse. Something about this dynamic, this thing coming from the past, is not going to allow you to do you. You're going to have to be on that team again. That's what I keep getting, is that you're going to have to sacrifice again. Hangman in reverse. No wonder sacrifice is hard for you. I think the earth signs have sacrificed a lot in the last few months, years, I'm not sure, but lots of sacrifice. What kind of guidance do we have for our earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? Thank you for the lunar eclipse. The fates. This is all divine timing. That has been evident in all the readings, that whatever it is the earth signs are going through, I think it was a prearrangement that was made in order to teach you something huge. And sometimes the lesson isn't that you have to stay in the relationship with the person. Sometimes it is. Sometimes the lesson is to go back. But I don't know. In the case of the earth signs, I really think that the fates want you to pursue this Ace of Rods. I think you've healed from this situation, right? And now you're pumped like a little kid about to go to the carnival because of this. And you're starting to feel your groove. You're starting to feel your vibe. You're connecting with yourself again. And then, yeah, Chariot's coming to give you that choice one more time. Are you sure? You sure you don't want a, marriage proposal from whoever this Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius is? But this person had you before and you sacrificed so much for them. And it's Nine of Cups in reverse. And then the 10 of Swords. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm not supposed to give advice, but oops, sorry, shook the camera. You are fated for something. There is a destined thing. This is a karmic relationship, I really feel, designed to teach you something, but not designed to keep you. It's designed to teach you and release you so that you can do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. This. I hope I haven't been too lectury. Okay, earth signs, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading has resonated and you would like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. Okay, you guys, take care. Blessings for the lunar eclipse. It's a super full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Huge transformations. It's going to be blood red because the moon is going to be completely hidden in the earth's shadow. So make sure you try and see it if you can, depending on what part of the world you live in. North America is going to be able to see it for sure. So anyway, blessings, love and light, and thank you for watching and subscribing. Okay, talk to you soon.